At a conference, someone once asked Warren Buffett how one can generate $100 billion. Instead of offering lengthy and technical advice, he simply said, "Start early." Hello and welcome to Eminent Investments. Today we'll look at Warren Buffett's ultimate guide to wealth for young aspiring millionaires. Before we start, give us a like and subscribe to the channel. If you're done with that, then let's get right into it. Advice number 1. Start as soon as possible. Warren Buffett, a well-known investor, believes his investing career is much like a snowball on a hill. He started investing when he was young, which would be the equivalent of a very small snowball. With the nature of compound, that snowball will eventually get bigger as it rolls down the hill, meaning more generated income for you as time goes by. He stresses the importance of having a very long hill, which means starting early or living for a very long time. That snowball metaphor is something that Buffett heavily applies in his strategies. He uses a scenario wherein he's a kid fresh out of school with $10,000 available for investment. If that were so, his goal would be to acquire shares of small businesses. Because of the limited funds, Buffett finds the potential for overlooked opportunities in this area. Unlike the early days of investing where such attempts were more direct, Charlie Munger, Buffett's right-hand man, highlights that it would be a challenge to find businesses with the aforementioned hidden potential. Despite that, the foundation strategy of investing remains the same: buy businesses at a favorable price. This basic concept of investing in great quality businesses at rational valuations will remain relevant for the next 100 years. Advice number 2. Teach yourself accounting. If you're interested in stepping into the investment world, you should learn all the basic accounting that you can. This is the language of business, which is imperfect, so you have to figure out its limitations. He also recommends young investors work part-time at different businesses to truly understand their work and establish a strong foundation for assessing companies in the future. This hands-on experience will improve your perception of what you're competitive in and what you're not so good at doing. Everything contributes to the things that you know about yourself, so Buffett strongly suggests that you should do a lot of reading, especially in accounting. On top of that, focus on collecting experiences and do that while surrounding yourself with like-minded people in the business realm. Advice number 3. Look into multiple stocks but limit the purchase. Buffett believes that the more money you have, the bigger your options become. He recalls his time in 1956 to 1969, which was a pretty good period for his investments. However, he says that his prime years came way before that when he first met his mentor, Ben Graham, in 1951. 10 years later, in the 1960s, Buffett had a 50% yearly return, which is particularly a small amount that he had to work with. With this, he heavily looked into various businesses that he could invest a few dollars on. As his returns increased, he claims that the possibilities and options kept getting smaller. If you're working with a minimal amount of funds and you also happen to have a humble background, it's not so impossible to be as successful as Buffett. However, he says that the curve of respectable outcomes decreases if you're using a lot of money. If you can afford to purchase expensive stocks, you get more competition. Buffett knew this, so he looked at every single business. However, he's also aware that this isn't feasible when one is planning to invest millions. For those who have a tight budget, Buffett reassures you all that you will always find a business that promises great returns. You only have to put in the effort of looking for them. Advice number 4. Be mindful of college debt. Buffett believes that business school is not always worth it for everyone. Some advance with the knowledge that they receive, while others get mediocre benefits. Buffett even believes that not everyone is fit for college. College training sometimes doesn't coincide with what actually happens in the workplace. Buffett himself wasn't interested in finishing college, but his father encouraged him to do so. He thought that he enjoyed it anyway, and he also liked reading and learning new things, especially when it comes to investing. However, he's aware that it costs a lot. It takes about 4 years of one's life, and it's accompanied by huge costs and debt as well. And with this, he acknowledges that although most people go to college, it's not for everyone because we have different aspirations. Advice number 5. Discover your passion. For Buffett, following one's passion is important. He's quite fulfilled with what he does, much like his business partner Charlie Munger. With this, we can learn that you should love what you do, and if you discover what does that for you as soon as possible, then consider yourself lucky. For Buffett, it was a mere coincidence that his father worked in the security business, giving him access to tons of educational materials that sparked his passion for the investment world. He's also relieved that he discovered this early on. Furthermore, Buffett explains that the best thing about pursuing your passion is that there's no competition, because this is the race that you selected for yourself. You don't even need a traditional education to do that. Even the founder of the Nebraska Furniture Mart, Rose Blumkin, had no degree, and she created a multi-dollar business with just $500 capital. She did what she loved, and it brought her success. Advice number 6. Grab the opportunity. Buffett believes that the biggest mistakes are the ones that don't present themselves. These are the mistakes of omission rather than commission, which one would commonly expect. Buffett didn't lose that much money with the investments he's made in the past, but he did miss huge sums of profits with the things he didn't pursue. Those are missed opportunities, and Buffett regrets all of them. Advice number 7. Protect your best assets. Buffett is willing to pay $50,000 to a fresh college graduate in exchange for a 10% share in their earnings in the future. This means that he values them at approximately $500,000 based on the premise that their intellectual and physical capabilities are secured, even if they have no money at present. 70 years in the past, when Buffett was in high school, his main thoughts revolved around girls and cars. Unfortunately, he wasn't particularly successful with girls, so in this narrative, he'll use cars as an example. Now let's envision a scenario where you're given the opportunity to pick any car you want. You can choose the color and it'll be delivered to your doorstep with a bow and all. Sounds great, right? But what's the catch? Well, this is the only car you'll ever receive in your entire lifetime. So what would you do if you knew this information, but also held an intense fondness for the car? Of course, you would treat it with much care and attention. In real life, you're not really stuck with just one car in your lifetime. However, the analogy is quite similar to your body and mind. You will only have one of each for an entire lifetime, and they might be in great condition right now. Yet, you must keep in mind that they need to last you for as long as you live. Advice number 8. Immerse yourself with like-minded people. The most important to focus on is surrounding yourself with people who are better than you, especially when it comes to your personal life. Among the most crucial choices you will ever make is choosing a lifetime partner, as they will be the cornerstone of your existence. It's also important to choose friends and associates who excel beyond your own abilities. Buffett believes that the trajectory of your life tends to align with the company you keep. He's been extraordinarily lucky in this aspect. In the past, he was blessed with teachers, friends, and a spouse who he believed were all better individuals than he was. The key was that he realized the value of learning from them, resulting in a good life through developed behavior. However, it did take him some time to fully grasp this principle. With this, Buffett advises everyone to seek out partners in business and life who are positive examples, rather than those you need to fix. Basic principles like this, including prioritizing customer satisfaction and teaming up with others, particularly those who drive you to improve, can lead you toward a path of success. In fact, all the aforementioned principles will guide you remarkably far in life. Well, that's about it for today's video. If you liked our content, do give us a like and subscribe to the channel. Once again, this is Eminent Investments. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.